What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over how I determined the measurements for the puffer vest that I created for my brand, Ryan Stark. I'm doing a series where I break down every step of the process that I went through for this vest. I've already covered the design portion in a previous video, which was the first step of the process. The link for that video is up here, so go check that out. As most of you know, I did the cut and sew out here in Los Angeles. So the process is a little different than how I would have manufactured it overseas. To get the desired measurements, I'm still using the bare knuckles vest as a reference. This is the same vest we used to create the technical flats, so we'll be using it again to get the desired measurements or a baseline for this puffer vest as well. I'm 6'2" and 195 pounds, and I mention this because we need to adjust the fit for my body type. This step is crucial for the grading process, ensuring that the vest doesn't fit too small or too big for the customer. Since the bare knuckles vest is a large, the way that I want to go about sizing my puffer vest is primarily just within 2 sizes instead of 5 sizes. I want to do it from small to medium and then large to XL instead of doing a run from small, medium, large, XL to XL. So the way that I'll be grading my puffer vest will be for a large/extra large. The first step is to gather all of the base measurements from the bare knuckles vest. We start by measuring the shoulders from this point to this point. Next is the armhole opening from this point to this point, the body length, and then we'll do the chest, and then we'll do the hem, and then the lower part of the body length. Even though the bare knuckles vest fits me well, we need to adjust the measurements and increase them by a little bit because we'll be adding filling into the vest, which will in turn increase the size of it. I want to consider that moving forward instead of using the bare knuckles vest as a one-size-fits-all for my vest. This will alter the silhouette and cause the vest to fit tighter than intended if we use the original measurements. So I start with the simplest part, the neck opening, which will remain unchanged, and the body length, which I've increased to 22 inches. I then review the remaining measurements, which are the armhole and the chest. These areas are the most challenging to adjust because to a degree, we're just guesstimating what we want the measurements to be. So what I did for the arm opening was actually only increased it by 1/2 inch and then only added 1 inch to the chest. For the shoulders, I actually decreased it by only 1/2 inch. I wanted to have a more narrow shoulder. Ultimately, when I did make the sample, the shoulders, since they were smaller in measurements compared to the bare knuckles vest, didn't add any discrepancy to tightness when worn. This ensures that with the filling inside, the vest won't feel too tight around that area. The most challenging part was adjusting the bottom half of the silhouette to match the design of the technical flat. To get the correct length of the side panel, I actually decreased it by 3 inches. To determine the correct measurements for the curved part at the bottom, I had to take the measurements of the armhole and the side panel and subtract those two from the body length to get the exact measurements without just guessing it, going to the pattern maker, making a sample, and then having it come out wrong and then adjusting it from there. For the flap and the 3D pocket, I actually went to my pattern maker and had him create those 2 panels from the drawings that I gave him, instead of me measuring those 2 out and then giving it to him to implement into the pattern. One advantage of working with domestic pattern makers is that you can go to them for their expertise and have them create the pattern faster than you trying to just guess all these measurements and then have them going off of what you told them to do. What's awesome is allowing that part to be delegated to the pattern maker so that you can ensure that you're actually getting a more refined and accurate result. Even after 8 years of designing clothes, creating unique and custom silhouettes can still be really intimidating. It's like playing the lottery sometimes. You may hit it on the mark the first time, or you may have to do it over and over and over again until it's completely accurate, which is the latter for the most part. I've only had a couple instances where I was able to get it right the first time and move forward quicker than 80% of my other projects. Every time I do complete a project like this, my problem-solving skills increase more and more, and the more you do this, the more you're able to take what you learned from the previous thing and implement it into the next. That way, your critical thinking can actually become a lot faster, and you can think for yourself instead of going to your friends, going to experts on what to do, taking more time. But ultimately, regardless of which way you do it, going to experts or learning from past experiences, it's all knowledge to have you move forward within your designing journey. The more you practice, the easier, the more intuitive you become, which makes it even more fun and easier to create other unique custom silhouettes. I hope this provides some useful insight on how you can create your own custom and unique silhouette for your brand in the future. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.